Hello, and thank you so much for joining me on these updates on Iran. Today is January 10th and the 14th days of the protest of uprising in Iran. As you know, it's very, very difficult to get any news out of Iran because of the internet shutdown and the cellular phone and landlines shutdown also. So it's very, very difficult to get any news out of Iran. With a lot of difficulties, we get a little bit news here and there by the people who have access to Starlink dishes. And probably you know that we don't have that many Starlink dishes in Iran, so usually those dishes are in the big cities. So we don't have that much news from the small cities, except when it's the news spread person to person and goes to the big cities, and then we hear from them. The borders of Iran have been shut down also, even the airports, and the regime has started mass shooting and mass murdering the people. And I ask you, please go ahead, share this video as much as you can. We need to reach out to President Trump and let him know that this is what's going on. I know he's getting some news from the American and maybe Israeli agents in Iran. However, that is sporadic. I hear that President Trump talked about some people that they have been dead because of the crowd, and he said that was stampede. However, there are hundreds of people. The minimum is over 400 people, and there are some news actually they're talking about a few thousand people at least. So we cannot confirm that. However, the over 400, that's very, very possible because as I know, this regime in 2019, they killed over 4,800 people in 2 days. And then they announced 1,500. And unfortunately, Associated Press published that number as the official number, which the news from people from inside Iran was really over 4,800 people. So this is what's going on in Iran. And this picture you're watching on the screen, this is Rubina Aminian, a student from Kermanshah, from west of Iran. She was killed in Tehran. She was a student in one of the Tehran's universities, and she was killed, and her family was called by the officials to go to Tehran to identify their daughter's body. And they went to Tehran, to the place they were called to, and they reported they saw over 100 bodies in that place between 18 to 22 or 23 year old students in that place, and they were not allowed to take their daughter's body back to their town. And finally they got an opportunity. They took the body without official permission from the authorities. And when they arrived in their town, they saw their house was surrounded by the IRGC and the Islamic regime hatchetmen. They didn't allow them to have any ceremony, any gathering for their daughter, and they forced them to take the body out of town, about 100 miles away out of town, close to a small town in that area, to bury the body of their daughters, not even in a graveyard, in a like a countryside, in a rural area. And that is what is going on. Actually, right now that I'm recording this video, I got a news about another person. The picture that you're seeing on the screen, this is Mahdi Salahshur from Mashhad, a very famous sculptor from Mashhad, who was killed by the Islamic regime in Mashhad. And this is his picture with his family. And we got news that there was mass murder and mass shooting in several cities, in Mashhad, in Ahwaz, in Tabriz, in Kermanshah, and some other small cities in west of Iran. Kurdistan in west of Iran is heavily militarized. I got this news from a few sources, and they don't let anyone to do anything in those cities because they are very afraid of Kurds, and that's why they did it, and the borders are shut down. And not only in the province of Kurdistan, but also in the Kurdish cities in other provinces also. And they have mobilized a lot of military forces, a lot of IRGC, and their hatchetmen from other countries that actually they imported a lot of militiamen from Iraq, from Lebanon, from Yemen, from different places to Iran. And that's why actually in past few years, this is not only in recent days, it has been happening for past several years. And that's why the population of Iran all of a sudden jumped from 82 or 85 million to 92 millions. And nobody asked what happened, why the Iranian population is jumping. And that was the reason. So they brought in millions of their hatchetmen, of their terrorist groups from different places to Iran to kill people. And now it's happening in Iran. I'm going to show you some short video clips of the protests in different places. However, the main point, the very important point right now is please go ahead, subscribe and share this video with as many people as possible. We need to reach the White House. We need to reach President Trump because our people, they need help. In 2019, this Islamic regime killed 4,800 people in 2 days, and they announced 1,500, and unfortunately, Associated Press reported only 1,500, which the real number was 4,800 people. This is what's going on in Iran, and we need your help. We need you to share this video as much as you can, to send it to as many people as possible. So finally we reach President Trump with the real news from the field in Iran, and hopefully we get the help of the United States. The Delta forces actually in past couple of days have been mobilized, and as I heard, they are in Iraq, or like in other countries around Iran, and they are very close. They can mobilize the military forces and intervene as soon as possible. So I'm going to show you some other videos, and I'm going to ask you again and again and again, please share this video as much as you can. We need help. We need help before we lose tens of thousands of people in Iran. Thank you so much, and go ahead and watch these short video clips from the protest in Iran.